What just unfolded on Monday Night Raw could very well be one of the most pivotal moments in recent WWE history, a moment that has the potential to completely reshape the championship picture as we know it. The entire night was already buzzing with anticipation, but what happened once the official broadcast ended sent shockwaves through the locker room and the WWE universe alike. As the final segment wrapped up and the arena lights dimmed, most fans thought the action was over. But the real story had just begun to take shape backstage, away from the ring, where a silent war may have just been declared between two of WWE's most elite superstars. Moments after the cameras stopped rolling live, exclusive footage captured Seth Rollins walking with a fierce sense of purpose through the Raw locker room area. He wasn't just walking aimlessly or basking in post-show glory, he was on a mission. Clutched tightly in his hand was the sacred and game-changing Money in the Bank briefcase, a symbol not just of victory but of unpredictability, danger, and opportunity. Rollins looked laser-focused, his demeanor far removed from the showman we're used to seeing. This was not the dancing, flamboyant, laughing Seth Rollins. This was the predator, the tactician, the visionary who sees gold in his future and is calculating every single move to get it. As Rollins turned a shadowy corridor, the camera's lens caught something, or rather, someone, just waiting around the corner. It wasn't an interviewer, it wasn't a rival from the mid-card, it was the world heavyweight champion himself, Gunther. The ring general, known for his ice-cold stoicism and militaristic dominance, stood silently but imposingly, arms crossed, eyes locked on the approaching threat. There was no panic in Gunther's posture, no concern. But what followed was pure intensity. Without a second of hesitation, Seth Rollins walked right up to him, stood nearly chest to chest, and stared the champion down. Gone was the usual charisma, the flair, the theatrics. Instead, in a low, measured voice dripping with certainty and venom, Rollins uttered a simple but spine-chilling message: "Enjoy that title while you still can, because I'm watching every single move you make." The words hung in the air like smoke from a lit fuse. The warning wasn't loud, but it echoed with implications that could tear through the entire WWE hierarchy. Gunther, true to form, didn't flinch. He didn't respond with threats or bravado. He didn't need to. His silence was its own kind of answer, a refusal to show even a shred of concern. But under the surface, even in his quiet stillness, the reality was undeniable. Rollins wasn't bluffing, and Gunther knew it. Seth Rollins has held nearly every championship in WWE. He's been the architect of factions, the face of eras, the slayer of legends. And now, armed with the most dangerous contract in wrestling, he is circling like a vulture, waiting for just the right moment to strike. Rollins did not fight through the Money in the Bank ladder match just to carry that briefcase around like a fashion accessory. He climbed that ladder with bruised ribs, sore legs, and blistered hands for one reason: to hold the ultimate insurance policy, the right to challenge any champion, anytime, anywhere. And when a man like Rollins holds that kind of leverage, it's not a question of if he'll cash in. It's a matter of when. What makes this even more electrifying is the man he's chosen to target. Gunther is not your average champion. He is a machine, a strategist, a powerhouse with a reputation for obliterating anyone who dares to challenge his authority in the ring. His reign as champion hasn't just been dominant, it's been surgical. He doesn't just win matches. He breaks wills. He dismantles egos. And yet, even with all that power, there's now a storm brewing on the horizon that even the ring general might not be able to control. Is this the early warning shot in a cold war that could explode at any moment? Will Rollins bide his time, wait until Gunther is worn down, distracted, or vulnerable? Or will he do what few have dared, strike head-on, face-to-face, and turn the WWE landscape on its head in the blink of an eye? The game is now underway, and both men know exactly what's at stake. The World Heavyweight Championship hangs in the balance, and behind it stands legacy, pride, dominance, and the right to be called the face of the industry. The WWE universe is already buzzing with theories, predictions, and anticipation. Could we be witnessing the early stages of a seismic clash between two of the most gifted wrestlers in modern WWE history? Or will this be a game of patience, where mind games and psychological warfare dominate the battlefield long before any official match is announced? One thing is certain: the next few weeks on Raw could get very unpredictable, very fast. Let us know what you think is coming next. Will Seth Rollins capitalize on the first sign of weakness and cash in? Or is Gunther already prepared to defend his throne with brutal precision? Whatever happens, one thing is now crystal clear: the chase has begun, and neither man is backing down. What just went down on Monday Night Raw may have completely shifted the balance of power in WWE. The aftermath of the show took a dramatic turn as cameras captured an intense, unscripted moment that could mark the beginning of a whole new chapter in the world title scene. Just as the lights dimmed and the audience filtered out, the ever-calculated and dangerous Seth Rollins, carrying the coveted Money in the Bank briefcase, was seen striding with purpose through the backstage halls of the Raw locker room. There was no swagger in his walk, no games being played, only one thing on his mind: the World Heavyweight Championship. As he turned a corner, standing in quiet dominance was the current title holder, Gunther, the ring general himself. The air was thick with tension, and the energy between the two was electric. Rollins didn't hesitate. He stepped right up to Gunther, looked him in the eyes, and delivered a chilling warning. With no sarcasm, no smirk, and no hesitation, Rollins made it clear that the clock is ticking. He said, plain and direct, "Enjoy that title while you still can, because I'm watching everything you do." There was no showmanship in his voice, only intent. Seth Rollins isn't just walking around with that briefcase for show. He's holding the ultimate weapon in WWE, the right to challenge for the world title whenever he chooses. And from the look in his eyes, that moment could come sooner than anyone expected. Gunther, as always, stood tall and composed, showing not a hint of fear or doubt. His reputation for calm, brutal efficiency held strong, but even he couldn't fully mask the intensity of the moment. The ring general didn't blink, didn't speak, but he knew exactly what was coming. This isn't just another challenger making noise. This is Seth Rollins, former champion, Grand Slam winner, and master strategist, letting the champion know that the game has already begun. Rollins didn't climb the ladder at Money in the Bank to sit back and wait for a safe opening. He's a hunter with the target in sight, and when he says he's coming for gold, history shows that his words are never empty. So now the WWE Universe is left wondering, is this the beginning of the fall of Gunther's iron-fisted reign? Or is Gunther prepared to meet the challenge head-on and remind everyone why he is the most dominant force in the company today? Will Rollins strike at the most unexpected moment, or is the ring general already planning?